Hello everyone, welcome back to Study Room, and today we'll be talking about fertilization in our part 2 video, which is the continuation of chapter 5th. Without further ado, let's begin the lecture. Now, after forming zygote and one cell organism, we talked about that uh, the zygote later is developed into an embryo. So the fertilization result in the formation of zygote, we know, which result into then zygote is a single-celled organism. It divides into morula, blastocyst, and later it forms into embryo. So it becomes morula, blastocyst, later embryo. So this is 8 and 16 and different n, but zygote is our n, single cell. Later embryo becomes, which is our individual, but it is not single cellular. Even zygote is not single cellular, it's 2n because it is formed from the fertilization and sperm and egg meets to 2n. It latest, cell organized and differentiates into various complex structure which we call morula, then blastocyst, and then later embryo, which has cell organelles, different cell organelles, and but zygote was a single cellular. So embryo is matured into multicellular organs. The zygote divides repeatedly to give rise to a ball of cells. The cells then begin to form groups that divide into different tissues and organs of the body. This developing structure is called embryo. The embryo gets impeded into the wall of the uterus. So with this process, the embedding of the embryo is onto the wall of the uterus is called as implantation. So this is called implantation. You can write it down, implantation. So we know what is implantation now, and what zygote develops in after being single cell to and after being differentiated into tissues and organs. What the developing structure is, it's embryo. So zygote gets converted into an embryo. So now how development of embryo works. The embryo continues to develop in the uterus. So after zygote gets converted into embryo further divides and have certain implications, and it grows organs, tissues, different layers of tissues. It gradually develops body parts, heads, hands, legs, head, eyes, ears. The stage of the embryo in which all the body parts is called fetus. So zygote, embryo, and then it is further called fetus. So zygote is 2n stage, which is single cell. Embryo is further differentiation of zygote, and a full developed baby, we can say, is called fetus. When the development of fetus is complete, mother gives birth to a baby. So zygote to embryo. You can see here are further some organ developments. Then you can see eyes and face are not completely developed, and here it's baby, it's a fetus. So zygote, embryo, and then fetus, and fetus is also called baby. Important fact, internal fertilization takes place in hens, but they do not give birth to babies like human beings and cows. So egg lays eggs, hen lays eggs. So but fertilization is internal, but they are not oviparous or viviparous. So we'll be continuing with our discussion in oviparous organisms and viviparous organism in the upcoming slide. So just for now, you have to remember hens undergoes internal fertilization, but they give birth to baby in the form of eggs. Soon after fertilization, the zygote divides repeatedly and travel down the oviduct. Okay, as it travels around, many protective layers are formed around it. The hard shell seen in egg hen is one of the protective layers. So this shell, eggshell, is the protective layer. After the hard shell is formed around the developing embryo, the hen lays the egg. This embryo takes about 3 months to develop into a chick. So hen is further developed into a chick. So this is what hen's reproduction is about. It undergoes internal fertilization. It lays eggs. Eggs is the outer shell is made up of many protective layers, and after developing the egg finally and full development, after full development of the eggs, 3 weeks later, the eggs developed into the chick. Important fact: in animals which undergo external fertilization, development of the embryos takes place outside the body of the. So external fertilization means fusion of the sperm and egg happens outside the body. So the development will also happen outside. There is no chance of this delivering the embryo zygote into the organs of the female, womb of the female. The embryo continues to grow their egg covering. After the embryos develop, the eggs hatch. A similar mechanism takes place in frog with tadpoles, which are seen in ponds and streams. So the embryos continues to grow with their egg covering. This continues. There are further protective layers. After the embryos develop full, this eggs hatch and the baby is released. This also happens with the frogs in the case of tadpoles, which are seen swimming in the streams. So this happens in the case of hens and frog. So why hens being internal fertilizers give birth to hen, not have their gestation period in the womb of the females. So there are two organisms, viviparous and oviparous. In viviparous organism, the animals or organisms which give birth to young ones are called viviparous. For example, dog, cow, cat do not lay eggs, but they give birth to the young ones. But oviparous organisms, these animals lays eggs. For example, hen, and even our frog comes under oviparous organisms. So viviparous give birth to young ones. Oviparous give birth to young ones in the form of eggs. They lay eggs. Life cycle of an organism. Sexually reproducing animals start their life from a zygote. We all starts our life from zygote. Zygotes develops into embryo, then embryo develops into mature adult. The adult produces, now we are adult, adult produces. So to complete the cycle of reproduction, to maintain our species numbers constant, the adult, which was once a zygote, develops sex cells. If you are a female, you'll develop egg. If you're a male, you'll develop sperm. So for example, chromosome content of female is 22 plus XY, and male is 22 plus female is XX and male is XY. So we are this. So we have 22 plus XX and 22 plus XY. So this is why XX means you are female, XY means you are male. So how in total we have females have 46, 45 plus a XX, and male have 46 plus 45 and XY. This is our chromosomes. We have 46 in number, so XY denotes 1 and XX denotes 1. So female have XX and male have XY. So after developing or being developed into an adult produces sex cells, egg and sperm. The fusion of the sperm and eggs leads to zygote, and it's a cyclic process. So zygote leads to adults develop sex organs, they make zygote further. So this is a life cycle. For example, egg to larvae or caterpillar to pupa to adult, then egg to tadpole, then to adult. So this is a very cyclic process. The transformation of the larva into an adult through drastic changes is called metamorphosis. So transformation of larva into an adult is metamorphosis. So you have to remember larva into an adult, not zygote into an adult. It's larva into an adult. Hence it is called metamorphosis. In animals where the young ones look very different from the adult, for example in case of frogs, fertilized egg zygote develops into tadpole. Tadpole is a larva. Larva is different from the adult frog. So this complete transformation from being a larva to an adult is called metamorphosis, and metamorphosis occurs in silk, moth, frog and butterfly. So you can see eggs, and then pupa develops into larva develops into an adult. So this are very cyclic process. So we have egg, egg to larva, larva to pupa, and pupa to adult. So this particular journey of a cyclic process is what we called metamorphosis. So this was all about fertilization, different types of fertilization. We have internal, external. External fertilization means male and female fuses outside the body of an organism, and internal fertilization means male and female gametes fuses into the body of an organisms. We have viviparous organisms, oviparous organism. Oviparous organism give birth to organism in the form of eggs. They lay eggs, and viviparous gives birth to the young ones. And a transformation of larva into an adult is called metamorphosis. In the next video, we'll be talking about asexual reproduction. So thank you.